we're going to go over these 4 problems today, which are straight from your 3 sheets Google Classroom assignment. So let's start off with the two-step equation. So when you have your fraction bar that goes over a whole expression, we actually have to get rid of that first. So to undo a 3 in the denominator, you are actually going to be timesing both sides by 3. Because when you have a 3 in the denominator, that's dividing by 3, so timesing by 3 will undo that. So the 3's actually will cancel each other out, so you are left with x plus 9 equal to 24. Then subtract 9 on both sides, we get x equals 15. Next one. This time, see how our fraction is connected to just the x? So again, we're going to try and do this add subtract step first. So we're going to subtract the 8 first. Because the fraction's with the x, so we'll do that after. So our 8's cancel out, so we have negative 3/8 x equal to negative 12. So I'm going to show this in the two-step way, because if you're watching this video, it means you're having a little bit of issues with fractions and with our solving equations. So I'm going to take it a little bit slower, and we're going to solve this equation in 2 steps. So the first step is, see we have an 8 in the denominator. We're going to times both sides of our equation by 8, just to get rid of that fraction. So the 8 in the denominator and the 8 that multiplies will cancel each other out, leaving us with a negative 3x. Negative 12 times 8 is negative 96. Now we can divide by that number in front of the x. So we're going to divide by that negative 3. Our negative 3's undo each other, basically leaving us with a 1x, but we don't really need to say 1x. We can just say x. Negative 96 divided by 3 is negative 32. Okay, so there's the first two. That was on the two-step worksheet. Two-step sheet. Now, multi-step sheet. So, first thing you're going to do is you're going to distribute your 5. So when you distribute, remember you're multiplying by whatever's inside your parentheses. So our 37 and our negative 3 come down. Now we have negative 5 times x, which gives us, positive 5 times x, which is just 5x. Positive 5 times 6, which is 30. Now you're going to combine like terms. So our negative 3 and 30 are going to combine together. Because they are on the same side of our equal sign, you're actually going to have 5x plus 27. Now, because we are moving this 27 across the equal sign, that's when you have to do the opposite. So instead of a plus 27, we're going to minus 27. So we're left with 5x equals 10 divided by 5, and we get 2 is equal to x, or x equals 2. Okay, last thing we have is the question on the verbs on both sides sheet. So again, first thing you're going to do on these problems is you're going to distribute. So 10 times x is 10x. 10 times negative 16 is negative 160. Bring the 4x plus 2 down. Now, at this step, we want to get your x's on one side. So we can subtract either x. So I like to have my x on the left. So I'm going to subtract 10x. I know that's going to give us a negative, but that's okay. So we have negative 6x plus 2 equals negative 60. So we're going to subtract 2 now, because we want the side that has x to have everything else gone. So subtract the 2. So our 2's cancel. So we have negative 6x equals negative 162. Now we can divide. Do not forget to divide by that negative 6. A lot of kids forget the negative when we divide. So both sides divide by negative 6. These negative 6's will cancel each other out. They eliminate. They turn into 1. So it'll be like a 1x. On this side, negative 162 divided by negative 6 gives us positive 27. So the negatives divide away, leaving us with a positive number. So there is all of our 3